Hi all, Carol here. I love doing landscapes and seascapes too. So I thought I would, on a 11 by 14 thick canvas, I would do a landscape. And I brought two that I've done in the past and still have. This one is, and I'm going to repeat it this way, just with lines across. And then there was this one that was also a pour, but I used a palette knife to get some of the floral here. I would love to say I'm always sure what colors I'm going to use. I'm not. So I have here for the sky, I have my choices, and as I pour, I will decide. So I have 4 different blues: a very dark blue, and a turquoise, a blue, and that's a blue, and a selenium blue, and some white for clouds. I have for the mountains and the ground, I have a gold, it's a greenish gold. I have some copper and black, and of course I have brown. So I'll see how it goes when I pour them. Then for the grass, I have a light green and a dark green. And for flowers, if I decide I want them, I have a purple, a magenta, and a orangey red. So I'm going to start now. I'm going to put on my gloves, and I'm going to start with the sky, pouring it here. This is a simple way of doing landscapes. You just pour the paint across, making lines. Not necessarily blending it, although sometimes they do blend. I'm going to start with the dark blue on the top. And I have a palette knife so I can move things around. I'm going to put this blue in. I'm going to take a palette knife and do a little blending. Don't always, but in this case I'm going to, because I used a lot of different blues. I'll worry about the top a little bit later. So the problem with letting it roll down is that it'll get into the brown that I'm going to put next, and that will start coming through. So I'm going to scrape off the extra blue that rolled down, straighten this one out here. And so that when I put the brown on, the blue won't come through. See about tipping it a bit. Okay, now let's put the blues aside so I don't knock them over. Okay, I'm going to start with some mountains here, some ground. There won't be too much mountains. So there's some brown. I'll put a little black on it. Some gold. And I will wait to do the copper. The goal is to have the ground look like it's rolling a bit. The gold will be highlights. You just kind of work it in. Okay. Let's see what I got. Okay, they're going down. So get some of the black in, the gold in again, and I think I'm going to put in some copper. Okay, at this point I just want to cover the bottom part because I'm going to do more painting there. So I did not put any clouds in, but I may still and I may not. I see some of the blue is encroaching. I'm not happy about that. We'll get that later. Some brown up there. So things go wrong all the time. You just end up working with it. Put some more blue on where I had some brown that didn't belong. And then I could always paint it later, even if I need to. There we go. So I see this one little spot here, which I am probably, if I'm smart, leave it. And I could always get it later. The more you play with it to try to fix this and that, the more things go wrong. So I have this so far. I think I'll torch it first and see what happens. And I also see the sides are not great yet, so I'm going to take care of that. I like the sky. I don't think I'm going to put clouds in. So I'll turn this around so that you can see it better. I just put some brown along the edge. Oops, I have blue. See, now there's another thing that goes wrong. So I had blue on my glove. Should have checked first. Okay. So I have the edge there. It's not multiple colors, it's just brown, but that's okay. And then I have some extra brown. So I'm going to work that in. So I see I don't like how the flow is, so I'm going to play with it a bit more. Want it to look more like ground. And sometimes it's just following what you think mountains would look like. Okay, I have it. So now, should I add the green? Yes. Why not? Because so much can still go wrong. Why not? I'm going to add some green. I have them already here. Oh, okay. So this is some green. I'm patting it in so it'll, in my mind, look more like plants. Okay, that's not too bad. I think I'll add more. Okay. Well, then there'll be some flowers. Ooh, I snagged myself. Okay, so now we'll see how this one works. I think I'm going to add even more. I like how it's coming out, so I'm going to add even more green. This is a lot of green here. Might have been too much, might not have been. We'll incorporate it in. And it will dry differently than it actually looks most times. If you like playing with paint, this is a good thing to do because you end up playing a lot with it. Okay, now I'm going to put some flowers in there, and then I think I'm going to call it somewhat done. There we go with that. So I like putting gold up into the mountains, the highlights from the sun. So I am going to add some gold up there. I have my gold here. So what I'm going to do is put a little, and I can do this different ways, but put a little on the pea pad there. I put it on the edge because it doesn't absorb as quickly. And go work it in. You can do this sometimes, not always. Sometimes you can do this after it's dried. It depends. Sometimes it doesn't look as blended. I'll put a little gold on the side. We're just putting some ribbons in. I see some blue coming through, dang. Although, sometimes the blue in the mountains add something to it. And as you know, mountains are not all one size, and there's multiple. So I'm making some tops of some mountains there. Okay, I am going to call it, I think I'm going to call it almost done. Almost done. I decided I needed a smidgen more green somewhere. Just a smidgen. And there it is. Thank you so much for joining me. Please put comments and let me know what you think. Thank you. Bye-bye.